Hello everyone, welcome back to the Power BI series. In this video, we will explore one of the most common and important tasks in the data preparation, which is transforming numerical text and the date columns. These column types appear in almost every dataset, and Transform tab gives you a powerful tools to clean them. Let's jump right in and see how each of these transform options work. Now first, let me import the data from my Excel workbook. So this is the Excel workbook where my data is present. Now I will be able to see the navigator pane from which I will select this sheet called as orders. So this is the orders table. You will be able to see the preview on the right side. Unless and until you click on this checkbox, the load and the transform data option won't be getting enabled. So I will click on this checkbox. Now if you click on the load, then the same data will be loaded inside your Power BI desktop. And if you click on the transform data option, then this data will be redirected to Power Query Editor for performing the data transformation. So now I will click on the transform data. Now I am redirected to Power Query Editor. We have already covered the home tab and now we are currently continuing with the transform tab. So I will click on the transform tab. Over here, we have seen the transformations related to the table. What is the difference between the transpose, pivot and unpivot we have covered in the last video. You can check out that video. Now we are going to cover the transformations related to the textual column, numerical column and the date columns. So there are two tabs that are present, transform and the add column tabs. In the transform tab, you will be able to see the transformations related to the text, numerical and the date and time related column, and the same transformations you will be able to see the add column tab as well. So what is the difference between these two tabs is that if you go to the transform tab and if you transform any column, then the same column will in place transformed. But in the add column tab, if you click on this add column and if you perform any transformations on any column, then the new column will be added. So that's the basic difference between the transform tab and add column. Now I will go to the transform tab. So based on the data type of that particular column, you will be able to see the options getting enabled. So let's say this is the first column, which is the textual column. So here you will be able to perform the transformations related to that column. This is the date column and the data type of this particular column is a date. So you will be able to perform the transformations related to the date. This is the numerical column. So if you click on that column, you will be able to see the transformations related to the numerical column. So let's explore each transformations one by one. So first I will select this textual column and let's try to explore the transformations. The split column option we have already covered in the home tab. The next option is the format. So if you click on this option, you will be able to see the formatting options related to the textual data. You can convert this particular data into the lowercase characters. You can convert it to the uppercase characters if you want it to be in its proper case. So you can use this third option, which is capitalize each word. Then you can use the trim and the clean option. So what is the difference between the trim and the clean is that if you click on the trim option, then whatever the leading and the trailing spaces that are present within your text, that will be getting removed. But whereas if you click on this clean option, then the non-printable characters will be getting removed. Then if you click on the add prefix option, then the prefix will be getting added at the beginning of your text. And if you click on the suffix option, then the suffix will be getting added at the end of your text. So let's try to click on the add prefix option. So you can mention which text you want to add as a prefix. So let's say if I add the dollar, so I will click on OK. So you are able to see the prefix of dollar got added before the text that was already present. Now if I click on this suffix option and if I add the suffix as a hashtag, now at the end of each text you will be able to see the hashtag. So that is the use of the prefix and suffix option. This is how you can use these two options. Now the next transformation in this particular textual column is the merge column. So right now you are not able to see that this option is enabled. So how can you make it enabled is you can select on the multiple columns. So if you select on multiple columns, you will be able to see that option got enabled. Okay, so first what we'll do is first we'll remove this suffix and prefix that we have already added, and you can just cross out the steps. Now what we'll do is we'll try to merge this category and the product ID column. So how can you merge them is just select the first column, then press on the control key and select the another column. Now click on the merge columns option, and here it will ask you which separator you want to add while you are merging these two columns, and what will be the new name, the column which will be getting created. So let's see the settings as a default, and I will click on the OK. Now you will be able to see that this new column got created whose name is merged. You can always rename it by double clicking on that column. So this is how you can use this merge columns option. So these are the some transformations related to the textual column. So let's see the transformations related to the numerical column. So I will select this column so that this option will be getting enabled. The first option is the statistics option. So let's say I want to see the total cells that I am getting. So there is option called as sum. So if you click on the sum, you will be getting a single value, okay, for the total cells. I will cross out this step so that I will go back to the previous step. Then again I will go back to the transform data. So these are some of the aggregations that are present. Aggregation means they will return you a single value from the list of value that you have specified. So if I want to see the average cells, I will click on this option. So I will be able to see the average cells. Now I will click on the cross option. Now I will go back to my previous data that I am having with me. Now again I will go to the transform data. Now these are the common aggregations that you will be able to see. Next option is a standard option. So let's say I want to add some particular value, static value to this particular cells column. So if you click on this option called as add, then that value will be added to each and every value that is present in the cells column. So let's say I want to add the value 10. Now I am present in my transform tab, guys. So if I click on this 10, then the same column will be transformed, right? Now I will click on OK. Now you will be able to see the values got changed, values got updated by the 10 value, right? Now if you want to go back to the previous step, you can always cross out this step. Now in the add column option also you will be able to see this option, but what is the difference is that if I'm clicking on this add option and if I add the same value over here and if I click on OK, then a new column will be added. New column will be added and that will hold that added value, right? But in the transform tab, what was happening is that the same column was getting transformed. So that's the difference between the transform tab and the add column tab. So I hope you guys now clear with the what is the difference between the transform tab and add column tab. So as per your requirement, you can choose the options from the tabs. So if you want another column, another transform column, then go for add column tab. If you want to transform the existing column itself, then you can go for the transform tab option. So now I will cross out this step. Now let's see the other options that are present in this numerical column. So these are the basic arithmetic operations that are present that you can transform on the numerical columns, and there are some other numerical operations such as the scientific computations. If you want to perform that, then you can go for these options, and if you want to round this particular value, then you can use either round up, round down and the round options. So these are some of the transformations related to the numerical column. Now let us try to see what are the transformations related to the date column. So first I will click on this column. Now you will be able to see I am present in the transform tab, and if I click on this drop down, I will be able to see that there are various options that are present. So if I want to fetch the year component from this particular date column that I am having with me, I will click on this year option, and there is option called as year to fetch the year. It will extract or it will fetch the year component. But guys, I am present in the transform tab, right? So the same column will be transformed. So the same column got transformed. If you want to add it as a new column, then you can use the add column option. So I will select this column. I will go to add column option. Then I will go to this date drop down. I will click on year and I will click on the year option. So a new column will be created which is called as year, and your original column will not be affected. So that's the difference between the transform and add column tab. Let's say I want to fetch the month from this particular date that I'm having, then I'm able to see the month number got fetched. But what if I want to get the name of that month? So there is also option for as the name of the month. You can click on that and you will be able to see the name of the month. And same goes for the name of the day and the day number, day of the week, start of the day, end of the day, right? So these are very straightforward options that are present in the date and the date transformation. So actually this particular column is only having the date that are present. It is not having the time component. So that's why you are not able to see this option called getting enabled. So based on the data type of that particular column, the respective options will be getting enabled. So let's say if this column was having the data related to the time, then the data type of that column would be time, right? And in that case this option was getting enabled, but right now this column is not having the time component within it, so that's why this time option is getting disabled. So I hope you have understood how you can perform the transformations related to the textual data, numerical data and the date and time related data. This wraps up the transformations. Within just few clicks, you are able to transform your data. Thanks for watching, and if you are enjoying this series, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And I will see you in the next one.